So that's where that Chicago accent comes from. What's going on? Anybody have some urgent questions they wanted answered besides where my accent is from? You are old enough to mesmerizing me. Okay, I like that. Are there cougars out there, Karen, only looking for sex? Raymond. Yes, there are absolutely older women out there that just want a sexual relationship. No question about it. I was there at one point too. Sometimes you're just in a place where you ended a relationship, whether it was voluntary or not, and you just don't want to go back into another relationship. And sometimes when you're with older men, they want to have maybe they just got divorced. They want to have another marriage, and you don't want to have that marriage. You just want to be able to be free and have fun. And so being with a younger guy just makes it a lot easier. And sometimes that's all they want, just some, companionship and sex. You have to have a good personality, even if you're having sex with the person, because no one wants to have sex with someone unless they really like them, right? I can't be with someone. I can't speak for all women, but I can't be with someone. Let's see. Where were we? Sounds like a New Yorker with a touch of Southern. CeeLo, everyone says my boyfriend is from New York, so maybe he's rubbing off on me. He's from Long Island, but I don't talk like that. Not me. Okay. So, hey there, Bryson. Where can I find them? LOL. The cougars that want just sex. I mean, that's probably the most common question I get. I'm writing a book, you guys. If you want to pay attention here, I'm writing a book called The Secrets of Dating Older Women. And so right below here in the comment section, what questions that you have, and I'm going to try to answer them and get a younger man to answer the questions as well. I don't answer questions like, how old are you, straight edge punk? And I don't answer questions like, what's the youngest guy you've ever been with? Here we go. Ian Mark, my neighbor and me we are having a great time. She's sharing her thoughts with me, and I think our relationship is at a new level. Awesome, Ian. I'm glad that that's working out for you. Yeah, just start by being friends. As far as answering that question about where can you find these cougars that just want to have sex, I mean, the main thing is I think you have to develop some rapport with the person. Someone's not going to say, they're not going to walk around a sign going, fuck me. So you have to develop a rapport and find somebody in a club or in a gym or wherever that you can start talking to and see where they're at in terms of their relationship, if they're available. And then you can move into like that later discussion, but have some patience first. 8 months since David, it's been 8 months since I've been with a woman, and it's driving me crazy, and I can't be without a woman. Well, David, you got to be friends with the person first. So it's just start making some more friends. Maybe you're not getting out enough, just talk to people and see where they're at. But it'll come, so to speak. You just have to have patience. And, sometimes you'll be in that space where it's just not happening. And then other times, like when it rains, it pours. You'll be too many women in your life, you don't know what to do with them. Let's see. I've been dating older women since I was a kid. CeeLo, yeah, tell me about that. Why do you think you've been dating older women since you were a kid? What do you think has attracted you to them from the get-go? Sometimes it's just that you had a really good relationship with an older woman and you just want to keep repeating that because there's a lot of game playing with the younger women. I was there. I was playing games too. I mean, it's just something that under 25 years old, your brain is not developed. And sometimes you just don't know how to act. And boys don't act that nice either. Then boys act like really a lot of what they call fuck boys and all that kind of stuff. I've interviewed a lot on my podcast, by the way. So if you guys have not listened to my podcast, you got to go to it. It's Sex Talk with My Mom. I do it with my stand-up comic son. It's very funny. If you like podcasts, we're on Spotify, we're on iTunes, we're on anywhere you listen to podcasts. It's called Sex Talk with My Mom. I'm going to put it right down here on my YouTube page. If I could find my arrow. There it is. It's called Sex Talk with My Mom. I really think you guys will all love it. If you have, let me know. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, give 2 thumbs up. I don't know. You can only give 1 thumbs up, but give 2 anyway. Is there such a period where menopause happens? Mark, yes. Women go through menopause at a certain age. It varies from person to person. It lasts for like 10 years. You know what? If she takes good care of herself, and meaning that, if there's a problem and she's, getting hot flashes and all that kind of dryness and stuff that goes menopause, and there's all kinds of hormones you can take and things like that if it's becoming a problem, but it shouldn't really be a problem. What's the age difference to be considered a cougar? To be considered a cougar, you have to be someone who's confident, older, unique, genuine, assertive, and racy. There's no age. Ari, you were there too in terms of just wanting sex, right? You just don't necessarily want a relationship. Let's see what's going on here. We're moving fast. Moving fast down here. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. You have me dying with your bluntness, Silu. I just tell it like it is. I just don't think that we need to like pussyfoot around. If we feel something, let it out. Women are taught, oh, don't say that, don't say that. Well, that's the reason. That's the problem. CeeLo, if you like that bluntness, it really comes out with both my son and I on our podcast. It's a kind of the goal of the podcast is to break down barriers so we can talk about anything openly and have a good time and have fun with it. My wife has 10 years on me, and I feel like I'm more hip. I need a more hip older woman. She has 10. And okay, so talk about it with her. That's the main thing you need to do. Talk, communicate. You're 34, and so she's 44. Brendan, my book is not out yet, but when it is, I'm going to tell you about it. Let's see. Are there more loving experience? They don't really want your money. They'd rather have your time and enjoy it, I guess. Cougars would rather be with someone who's fun and has a good time and has a personality than someone who's got a lot of money. Because I mean, I've been there with these guys that have a ton of money. They come with bouquets of flowers for me and a date or whatever, bring me 2 bottles of wine, and I'm like, where can I hide? So it's not money that women are looking for. It's contrary to MGTOW, which is men going their own way, who think that all women want is money. I'm here to tell you that's not true. Ari, would you agree? You know what? You can't have sex with a wallet. You saw the live podcast. Yeah, yesterday we did a live podcast of Sex Talk with My Mom. If you go, we have a YouTube channel, Sex Talk with My Mom on YouTube. So if you want to subscribe there, you'll know if we're going to do live again. So what we did is we did a podcast with someone who's known as the Slutty Chef. And again, on Instagram, I have posted some pictures of me with the Slutty Chef. I think I put it up, but maybe I'm going to put it up. If you're on Patreon, you're going to get like a really, really good first look at a video that I've done with the Slutty Chef about oral sex. She has techniques on how to make oral sex more tasty for women. So if you're interested in that, you got to join Patreon, patreon.com/KarenLee. You can learn from the older women don't complain as much as younger women. That's what you found. Cool. Mastermind, when I'm at the gym, how do I politely start a conversation with an older lady who's wearing earphones during her workouts? What do you think? I think the main thing is you don't want to interrupt someone when they're working out. They really, no matter how interested they might be, I think that mainly I would just probably smile at her and keep eye contact going. Maybe if she's willing to, if she gives you eye contact back, that's a good signal. But you just wait till she gets off the machines, I guess, and is walking off. And then if she's still got the headphones on, you might do a little cute signal or something like something to get her attention and see if she'll pull an earphone up, and then you can just say something that's not going to be too disruptive. Let's see. Are we still asking ages here? Please. Is there such a period? LOL. Period. Hi there, Jim. And I was a young game player. When women don't mature sexually until around 35. There you go. Spoken by a true cougar, Ari. Women do not mature sexually until about 35. And that means it's literally physically impossible to have the kind of experiences over time where you get to know your body, know how it functions until you're older. You just don't, no matter how many experiences you might have had under 25. It's really difficult to really get the experience that over time provides. It's like, it's like a fine wine. It ages. Cougars want to dance, enjoy a drink, have a good conversation, tease, and then rock your world. You guys missing out big time. Yeah, that's the advantage of a cougar. And when I'm defining cougar, is not just an old woman. It's an older woman who has the confidence and who's older. And now note the acronym: confidence, older, unique, genuine, assertive, and racy. Let's see. Ari, pink, black, I love them, and my BOIF loves them. K, I probably missed whatever that was in reference to. Raven, cougar dating, I'm female and want an older female, older than me, to be very close. Raven, it's going to be the same thing. You know, the same tips that I'm giving for older women dating younger men, it's older women dating younger women. Same thing. I mean, again, you're going to have, are you the older or the younger? You want older. Okay, so you're going to have more, you know, in common, or you're going to be able to have more fun or more experience with an older woman. So go for it. Just give it a shot. I'm quite sure the rules apply the same. Let's see. When I have earbuds in, it means I'm trying to concentrate and don't bother me. Okay, I agree. So just be, you know, be a good, astute observer of body language. Let's see where we are. You're waiting for the book. Okay. I'm 44 and love older women. Cool. DeWald Nico. Book was Handshake Was the World. I'm not sure what that means. Well, will you ever have Nina Hartley live? Yeah, probably. She's been on our podcast. If you want to go to Sex Talk with her on the podcast, you'll find out. I've already interviewed Nina several times, and Nina and I are friends. And if you want to see more of her, go to Sex Talk with my mom. And 21, and I'm an older woman. I'm with an older woman, but lack of sex. So talk to her about it. Yeah, you want to chat with me? Ian really wanted to share a lot and have a lot of questions, and you don't want to do it live. Okay, so that's a good. I get almost daily. I get at least 5 to 10 emails from guys who want me to tell them where the cougar dens are throughout the world. Which, as you guys know, there's no specific cougar dens. There are maybe ladies' night on a Thursday night that they call cougar night or something at certain bars, which you have to do your research throughout wherever you are. But they asked me that, and they asked me for specific questions that they want me to spend time talking to them. And that's great, because I will do coaching and I do message back and forth on Patreon, but I'm not going to do it for free in an email, because I spend all my time doing things for free, and that would mean I don't value myself. So I appreciate that you have questions. And if you do, go to my Patreon page, join as a patron, and you can then message me back and forth. It starts as little as $1, I believe. It's a membership program, and that way you're like in my intimate circle. And if something happened on YouTube or Instagram and my channels went down, you have a way of communicating with me. So if you guys don't want to lose this opportunity, join me on Patreon. It's just not a big deal, and I'm sure you wasted a lot more money than what it would cost to be a member there. Your Hex condom invites His Grace. Oh, awesome, Daryl. I'm glad I heard about that. You never hear back on some of these things. So you guys, Lelo makes a product called Hex, Hex, and Lelo is Lelo. And if you would like a discount on any of the Lelo products, you enter code KarenLee, it's KarenLee 15, and you get 15% off when you check out. So go to Lelo.com, enter KarenLee at checkout. Don't forget, if you don't put KarenLee at checkout, KarenLee 15 as the code, you will not get the discount, and they won't know I sent you. So it's a good thing to let them know that I sent you. Let's see. Boyfriend. Sorry, Ari, didn't get the little abbreviations. Pink, black. Show us the types of heels we should wear on dates. I hear men love them. Oh, I'm sure. Okay. I think that you know the answer to those questions, and you are probably a man. Okay. Bryson, as a young man, I don't get why people say I have to sleep with a lot of women. I don't feel that way. Thoughts? Okay. So that's a good question. 1 second. Okay. Question about, do you need to sleep with a lot of women in your life in order to be fulfilled? That is such a personal question. I don't think you need to sleep with a lot of people. I do recommend sleeping with more than one person. It's always good, if you're going to buy a car, to check out some other cars. I don't think having like like 100 people on your list is necessary. But yeah, in order to know what you want and what you don't want, You need a little, in my opinion. Now, listen, there can be 100 people that are going to disagree with me on this one, or whatever. But a few to compare it to, so you know what you want and what doesn't work for you. You can't know that unless you try it. It's like eating pizza every day. You might think it's a great food, but unless you try other foods, you're not going to know how great it is, right? Our Cougar Cub festivals held each year in certain places where people meet each other. I don't know. I mean, I know of people that have held them. I'm not interested in holding these festivals. It's just not my thing. I'm more interested in talking to people individually or like on these live streams than I am talking or getting people together. I think that's just not what I'm interested in at this time. AS Bro, you sound like you know a lot about heels. You have lots. Pink Black, are you a man or a woman? Just out of curiosity. Bryson, because I hear that I have to go through a hell phase. You don't have to go through any hell phase, Bryson. You know that. John, hi, beautiful. Been a long time. How you been? I've been great, John. How you been? Raymond, my girlfriend has slept with 12 people. Karen and I have only slept with 5. I feel so inferior. Come on, Raymond. You can sleep with 12 people and they all can be shit. And you can sleep with one person. She can be phenomenal. So it's not a numbers game of how many people are, how many notches you have on your bedpost. That's a bunch of bull. Again, I was married for 24 years. I feel like I'm a pretty damn good lover. It's not because I slept with, hundreds of people. When you're in a long-term relationship, you try a lot more things and you learn a lot more than say someone who's only slept with one night with one person, one way, and never really learned anything besides wham bam, thank you, ma'am. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to think that you have to have that many notches in your belt in order to be fulfilled. And don't feel inferior at all, Raymond. Jim, they are better in bed. I have dated an older woman. She was 10 years older than me, and she was the best I ever had. Usually that's what happens is, can everybody see Yogi in the back there? There he is, going down for his position. There he is. That's it for him. Okay, old man Yogi. I just want time to be with all the sexy ladies. You got to make it happen there, Super Mosier. They're not just going to come to your door and say, I'm here to fuck you. Let's see. I love it. I go for older women. I'm a nice boy. You're a nice boy? That's good, Matthew. I like to hear nice boys. So do men do too. Okay. Let's see. Lots of love from Ireland. Thank you. You're attracted to older women. D. Waldnick. Is there a site for picking up cougars? Oh, that's another important question I get asked. So you know what? From what I know, there's a lot of cougar dating sites, but they're mostly men on there. I wouldn't waste your money. I've been involved with them. I didn't ever get one referral fee, so I would say I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend, however, going to your regular dating sites and just putting in that you want older women. Go for that and see what happens. Because there might be some older women that are looking for younger men. Let's see. Brady, Karen, I finally understood what type of experience I want to do in my life. Is it wrong that I want to accomplish these experiences before really wanting to settle down? Of course not, Brady. That's the beauty of being with an older woman. If you are with someone your age and she wants attention and she wants to get married and she wants you to do X, Y, and Z, and if you're in a relationship with her and you want to be with your friends and you want to have a career and you want to follow your passions and you want to travel and you don't want to be settled down, it's good to be in a relationship with someone who's older, who just like, okay, I've done all that stuff already and I just want to have fun too. So it works for the people that are in need of that particular experience. Doing any fun activities for the 4th of July? I'm sure I'll be doing fun. I love fireworks. Let's see. Raymond, did you ask for her number of lovers or did she tell you her number first? Yeah, you know what? I would just let that go, Raymond. Yeah, he's saying thanks. Okay. Why do married women dress provocatively when they don't want attention from perverts? It doesn't make sense to me. Okay. That's a good question, Mastermind. I feel a woman has every right to dress provocatively. If she wants to express her sexuality, whether she's married, single, in a relationship. It's complicated, whatever it is. It's her right to be able to dress however she wants to. I dress provocatively and I'm in a 10-year relationship. I like dressing sexy and my boyfriend appreciates that. When your woman stops dressing sexy, that means that she maybe just starts feeling sexual. So I don't think it's a problem if they're married and they want to be dressed like how they feel like expressing themselves. Does anybody else have a problem with it? Why do you feel like it doesn't make sense? Hope that helps, by the way, Mastermind 123. Would you pay for a dating site, Karen, if you were single, or do you think that you could someone nice from a free site? If I was single, I probably would pay for a dating site. I mean, I have been single. I was only on a online thing for like a month, but I did pay for like some of the ones because I feel like if you were looking for a relationship, some of the free dating sites have a lot of people that are just looking for like a quickie or sexual relationship or casual sex or whatever. The ones that are very serious about being in a relationship maybe wouldn't pay for it. So I think I might pay for it, but I'd probably try maybe the free ones first just to get my feet wet. I haven't been in that scene for 10 and a half years. Raymond, never ask a question you're not ready to hear the answer, I guess you mean. Ari, don't mess with dating sites. Why? Clint, videos cutting in and out. We'll try to reboot again. Sorry about that. Hi there, Carbon. Okay, I have the friend who's 13 years older than me, and she tells me she's too old for me, but I have told her it's just a number, and how can I tell her I want her? You just got to communicate that. Just let that go. A lot of women are going to say, oh, I'm too old. I have a kid your age and all that kind of stuff. I've talked to this another younger man, Neil, and he suggested just walking up and like nipping it in the bud by saying, hear that song on the, I know you're probably too young to know that song. And that's a compliment to her. It's saying, I don't care if, and she's going to say, oh, I definitely knew that song. That was like from my day. And you could just say, oh, well, you look unbelievable. So you got to just kind of like skirt around the issue without saying, how old are you? And if she says I'm too old for you, so what? Just move on to the next question. Don't worry about it. You've been single for 35 years, Brent. Okay, it's time to move into a better direction for yourself. There's no age or time limit for being married, single, in a relationship. So if it's all about what you're ready for. If you're ready to be in a relationship, just make it a full-time quest to find someone to be in a relationship with. I never asked. She came out and told you about how many lovers she had, Raymond. And how do you even know that that's true? And maybe a lot of women are reluctant to say how many people they slept with because they think and men too, because they think that someone's going to judge them for having too many lovers or not having enough lovers. It doesn't really matter. Your past is your past. Ari, I like to meet people I like and something in common with in real life activities. So a lot of people do. A lot of people don't like dating sites. A lot of people just like to be in like a similar passion or hobby group and things like that. So like if you have a passion for something, if you're into wine tasting, join a wine tasting group. You'll find women there, that kind of thing. Mastermind, I don't understand the way they dress because so many men can dangerously, obsessively lust after these women. It's actually a problem for me. Obviously, people will always dress however they want. Yeah, it's not dangerous as long as there's a respectful man out there. If a guy is going to decide to take, someone who's dressing sexy and do something that's not consensual, then that person should be prosecuted for it, because we should be able to walk around dressed naked if we want to and assume that men are going to respect us enough not to touch us. Listen, that's just common decency, that a person should be able to dress however they want and the other person should respect it. My girlfriend asked for my number. I stupidly told her the number and it was higher and did hers by 8. It doesn't matter how many. Age doesn't matter. Numbers are numbers. Doesn't mean that you're any better in bed because you have more people, or worse in bed, or that you're carrying diseases or whatever. How many people have sex with does not matter. Do you think a relationship between an 18-year-old guy and a woman under 50 will last, or is that too much? Truthfully, I think that's a huge age gap. It's It's going to be a tough nut to crack, but there are success stories. So my guess is it's not going to be fun when it does, for as long as it does. Let's see, Ari, Jim, she is politely saying she's not interested in you. Don't try to argue with her about age. Interesting. Hey, Dirty Diana. If you guys haven't known Dirty Diana, this is her product here. Shout out to Petcock Willie, Dirty Diana. It's DD. Here, you could see her right here above this. DD Dirty _ Diana. DIANNA. She makes these great products and other sexual fun little paperweights and soaps and things like that. I think you guys should check out that, and it's the bomb. And hey, Dirty Diana. Okay. Let's see. Rising hope. Sometimes I struggle with getting off while drunk. Is that normal? They get off, but they feel bad they can't get me off. Oh, it's totally normal. It's called whiskey dick. You get your dick going like this. It doesn't go up because it's so, rising hope. It is completely normal. It's a very big reason for erectile dysfunction. And I guess especially younger guys, the problem is you're nervous, you're shy, so you feel like I have to have a few drinks to loosen up, and then the next thing you know, you get with a girl because you're comfortable, and you can't do anything with it. So my suggestion: ease up on the drinking. Don't drink if you're going to have problems in bed. It's just going to get you in a really psychological bad place. Oh my God, it's time to go. All right. You guys, I have to go. I'm so sorry that I didn't have a chance to answer. Oh, Dirty Diana saying she's the best orgasms over 50s. The best orgasms are over 50. Again, best place to pick up Cougar will be in my book again. I'm sorry I didn't answer all these Instagram questions, but I just realized what time it was. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Well, that just means you guys have to come back on next time. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to Sex Talk with My Mom YouTube and my channel right here, KarenLee Love. If you do, you'll not be notified when these live stream comes on, and that way you can join in again. If you're watching this later on, subscribe, and you'll end up being notified when I'm on, and you'll be able to join me. If you have questions that were not answered, put them down in the